Hey there, it's Jess, and I'm so happy you're joining me for today's Twisting Fitness Intermediate Level Flow number 2. We'll be focusing on core and strengthening full body, but we also will be releasing into postures and relaxing muscles that we work. Start with some deep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Set your intentions for today. Exhale. All right, let's roll our shoulders. Raise them up to your ears and roll them back. Start to loosen up the upper body. Take your right hand to your left knee. Inhale. Exhale, release into a twist. Reach over and stretch the side body with your left hand. Okay, now let's twist the other direction. First, we're gonna do some shoulder rolls. And then take your left hand to your right knee. Inhale. Exhale, look back into a twist. And now a side bend, reaching over, releasing the side. Cross arms, round back. Both hands on your knees. Let's do some cat and cows in sitting. Round. Arch, inhale. Round, exhale. Arch, inhale. Place your hands behind you. Let's open up the chest and do a shoulder stretch. Lift your hips if you want a little deeper. And release. Coming through into plank posture. Let's work our core. Start by tightening your navel. We're going to do some shoulder rolls in plank. Warming up the shoulders and pushing into downward facing dog. Keep breathing. Bend your knees if your legs feel tight. Kick up your right leg. Three-legged dog, roll your ankle, bend your knee, open your hip. Try to keep your shoulders square to the mat. And step through for a low lunge. Sweep your arms up. And we're going to pull them down and squeeze. A little back strengthening here. 2. I'm going to do one more. Reach up and squeeze down. Hold. Keep breathing. Go ahead and cross your arms behind your head and pull your left elbow back to release the tricep and shoulder joint. Step through. And push through knees, chest, and chin. Coming through to cobra. Lifting your legs, lifting your shoulders for a little back strengthener. Locust posture, variations. Pressing up into a baby up dog. Pushing back onto all fours and releasing into downward facing dog. Keep your breath going. Kick your left leg up, roll your ankle. Gonna do the other side now. Bend your knee, open your hips, keeping your shoulders square to the mat. Stepping through, low lunge on the left leg. Sweep your arms up, and we're gonna do a lat pull down for 1, 2, 3, squeeze down, reach your arms up. With your left hand, grab your right elbow and pull, opening up the shoulder, stretching the tricep. Going back to knees, chest, chin, into cobra. Pressing up. Little up dog, relaxing down. Bend your heels together, and take your arms out to goal post. Strengthening our core, reaching out, bending in, reaching out, squeezing in, reaching out, squeezing in. Breathe deeply. And release back, grabbing your ankles for bow. Lifting your chest, pressing your feet into your hands to open your shoulders. Relax down. Reverse your grip and grab the inner portion of your ankles, lifting up your torso. Oh, it's a little tight for me. Go ahead and press up. I'm going to go into an up dog. Tuck your toes for downward facing dog. Release your hamstrings. Walk your toes in to standing forward fold. Halfway up, relax down. Exhale. Interclasp your hands above your shoulders. Bending your left knee, looking right. Open up the shoulders and the side and hamstrings. Switch sides. Bend your right knee, stretching your left leg and left shoulder. Forward fold. Halfway up. Stepping back into plank. Activate your lower navel. Reach your right arm forward and left arm back. This is an intense core strengthener here. You got to keep your core tight to help you balance. Okay. Switch sides, left arm forward and right foot back. Relax down. I'm going to take side plank. Bending your knee, tree variation. And if you want to advance your posture, grab your toes and take it into a split. Release down. And we're going to go into a high lunge. So toes are down, heels up. Sweep up and down. Lower down. Inhale up. Lower down. Reach, clasp your hands, lift your chest, tighten your core, and pull towards the right. I'm going to get into the hip flexors and side a little deeper, opening up warrior two. Tuck your hips, navel tight. I'm going to strengthen lower body for 1, bend your knee, 2, 3. Now let's work our shoulders. Three or 4. Chaturanga down as you bring your leg through. Upward facing dog. And tuck your toes, go into downward facing dog. Press through your hands and your feet and lift your hips high, straightening your knees as you feel your muscles getting warmer. Pick up the left leg. And come back into a plank. We're going to do some push-ups, working some upper body in between sides. Elbows hugged in. You can go down to your knees too if you'd like to make it a little bit easier. Spread your feet wide and let's extend your left hand, left leg. I think we might have already done that side, but what the heck, we're throwing in an extra one. And then we're going to take a side plank on the opposite side with your right hand down, left hand up, starting with the tree variation, staying there, or bringing your leg up for a side plank with a split variation. Setting your foot down for a high lunge, sweeping your arms up. And then we're gonna swing your arms back down. Inhale up. Couple more of those. Sweep your arms down. Inhale up. Lift your chest, tighten your core. Clasp your hands together. Go deeper. Inhale. Exhale, release to the left. Getting into the hip flexors inside a little deeper. Turn, open up into Warrior Two. And we'll begin with the lower body strengthening, bending your front knee, going as deep as you can, at least 90 degrees. 3, coming back up, and we're going to take the upper body strengthener, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Cartwheel the arms down. Push through chaturanga. You can have your leg up or down. Just make sure as you chaturanga, your elbows stay in, and then press up into upward facing dog, and lower down for a locust variation, interclasping your hands behind you, breathing deeply, activating your core, squeezing your legs together, and releasing. Roll up, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Jump forward or step forward, halfway up. Relax your head down, Uttanasana, forward fold posture. When you clasp your hands over your back again, coming up into chair, rising up onto your toes. Sweeping your arms forward, relaxing down into forward fold. Release your head. Shoulders tucked in. Pick up your right leg for standing split. And then we're going into a core strengthener here where you're touching your right knee to left elbow, extending out long and bringing your elbow and knee together. Switch to revolved half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, revolved. And we're going to lower down, strengthening into a little curtsy from that posture. Strengthening the left leg. And then we're going to finish in a seated spinal twist. So you're going to lower the right leg behind the left leg. Pull your knee in, lift your chest up, wrap your right arm around, left arm is going to go back. Inhale, exhale, release back. Open up, grab with your right hand the outer portion of your left leg, stretch into the side hip, and now strengthening the core. Releasing your foot. Hold, cross back over, and here comes that standing split. Get a little higher this time. You can even release one hand to grab the ankle to pull yourself into a deeper stretch. Lower down. Sweep your arms back. Clasp overhead again. Or behind the back rather, and raise up onto your toes, or chair variation, sweeping your arms up with your toes elevated, strengthening the feet and the ankles, forward fold, releasing your head down. Come up halfway, exhale deeper, and do your standing split starting. And then you're going to extend your right hand and left leg behind you, bringing elbow and knee together, extending out long, activating the core. Squeeze in, extend out. Squeeze in, extend out, and also strengthening the leg we're standing on. And then we're going to take a revolved half moon, going the opposite direction, looking to the right, standing on the right leg. Now strengthener, curtsy strengthener, taking the knee to the calf of the right leg, left knee, right calf, and put your hand on your hip for balance if you'd like, lowering the leg down for a seated spinal twist. Hug your knee into your chest, lift your chest, inhale deeply. Wrap your arm around and reach your arm back as you exhale deeper into the stretch. Inhale, make space. Exhale, release deeper in general. Okay, grab the outer portion of your right foot with your left hand and twist into the spine and into the IT band on the outer portion of your hip. Now we're holding core. And then we're going to kick back into a standing split. Getting a little deeper than we started. And take the arm of the leg you're standing on and latch it around to get a little deeper. The lower your head, the higher your leg. Okay, sweep your arms back, coming back into chair. We're going to do some chair squats here. Sweeping forward, squatting up. Activating the core and interlacing the fingers here. So we're going to straighten the right leg, standing on one leg, strengthening the left leg, sweeping back for warrior 3, reaching long, navel tight, step way back for goddess pose or plie or sumo. I'm going to stretch to the right, lift, stretch to the left. I'm going to go again. Right, reach, keeping both knees bent. Left, reach. So you're really working the core here. So keep the navel tight. Lift. Squeezing your elbows back. Realigning your posture. And we're going to go the other direction. Interclasp your fingers. Sweep them overhead, raise up onto your toes and chair, and reverse the sequence. So we're going to straighten your left leg, working pretty much everything, opening the shoulders, working the core, kicking through to warrior 3, reaching long, everything in line, making a T. Step in wide. Or plie, sumo, horse posture. It's got several names, but we're also going to interclasp the fingers and side bend, right and left. Squeeze your elbows down, interclasp your fingers behind your back, toes point forward for wide leg, forward fold. Let your shoulders come forward, or your hands fall over your shoulders, releasing into the posture, coming up halfway, twisting right. Try to keep your hips level. Twisting left. Release. Breathing deeply, lowering down, bringing your arms through in line with your feet. If you want to take a headstand here, I'm going to take headstand, bringing the feet together for 1, tapping them down, working on balance. This time I'm going to transition into a crow. If you want to challenge yourself on a transition, bring your knees onto the backs of your elbows, press through your hands, really grip the ground with your fingertips, and then press off, open your feet, into wide leg, forward fold, coming out into cat and cow to loosen up your spine, releasing from the inversion. Okay, let's sit back onto your heels, and we're going to do a core strengthener, hands by your knees, and you're lifting up. This is a good core strengthener and handstand drill. Clasp your hands behind your back, rock forward, rabbit pose with clasped hands. Relaxing down, you're going to put your elbows down on the mat. We're going to go into dolphin pose, walking your feet forward, pressing up onto your elbows, pressing your head through your shoulders. Kicking up with the right and bringing it to the back of your elbow. We're going to do 3 of those. Extend up and crunch in. Okay, lower your leg down. Left leg up. Bend it into the left armpit rather. Extend up, crunch in, extend up, lower down. Now you can either stay here and work on deepening your shoulder stretch or kick up into forearm stand, elbow stand. Holding your core tight. Lowering down. Sitting with your hips in between your feet. Let's do some shoulder rolls. And breathe deeply. Let's stretch your neck, tilting your ear to shoulder, going one direction, rolling forward, tilting to the other direction. Do a couple times, just releasing after the shoulder work. Take your hands or elbows behind you. Keep your hips tucked and lower back onto your elbows. Release your head if you feel good, or you can release your elbows and go all the way back to stretch your quads. Coming back up, just as you went down onto your elbows and onto your hands. Now we're going to do a quad strengthener where you just lower yourself back and raise yourself up using your thighs. Hold. Now we're going to go into camel. Hands at the base of your spine. Leaning back, lifting your chest. And eventually, if you feel good, taking your hands back to your heels and dropping your head back. Breathing deeply. Coming out, jumping into a seated posture, and rolling down, tucking your hands under your bottom. We're going to do some leg lifts. You can bend your legs if you need to, or keep them straight for a challenge. Lowering down, raising up, lowering down. I'm going to switch into fish posture, raising up onto your elbows and dropping your head back. Now you have the option of taking your legs up to about 45 degrees or keeping them down on the ground. Hug your knees in, release. Keep breathing. Pulling your right knee in, we're going to twist to the left side. Opening up your shoulder, opening up your low back and abdominals that we've worked. Hug your knee in. Grabbing your ankle, going for a hamstring stretch. Rolling your ankle, and now taking it out to the side. You can either hold the inner portion of your foot, your big toe, or your calf if you're tight. Switch sides, left leg's gonna come in, hug it in. Twist to the right, pulling your left knee in and opening your left shoulder out, looking towards it. Hug your knee in, going for a hamstring stretch, rolling your ankle. Grabbing the inside of your foot, your big toe with your peace fingers, or the inner part of your calf if you are tight. Releasing down, bringing your hips up. We're going to do shoulder stand, so you want to rise up onto your shoulders and put the hands at the base of your spine. And starting with some diamond raises, so your knees go out. Do 3 of those. And then we're going to take eagle legs. Take one leg over, lower your knee down towards your forehead, cross the other direction, lower down towards your forehead, raising back up, and taking your feet behind you for plow, interclasping your hands behind your back, and bending them, bending the knees, taking your arms around if you have the flexibility, slowly lowering down into boat or half boat posture. Half boat, you'd be keeping your knees bent, keeping your chest lifted. We're going to twist right, inhale, twist left, exhale, inhale right, exhale, inhale left, exhale center. Lowering down, hugging your knees in, setting your feet down for bridge, rolling up one vertebra at a time, picking up the left leg, working one leg at a time unilaterally, helping to even out muscle imbalances in the lower body, picking up the right leg, lowering down, interclasping your hands below you or keeping your hands out, whichever feels better to you. Work at your level. Rolling down one vertebra at a time, and then we're going to prepare either for another bridge or going into wheel, putting your hands behind your shoulders, slowly easing your way up. This time, let's pick up left leg. Keep breathing. Pick up the right leg. You can just have your knee bent or straighten it, whatever is more comfortable for you. Pressing your head through your shoulders, slowly coming down one vertebra at a time. Hugging your knees in and rolling it out. Giving yourself a little massage. Back into boat pose, half boat or full boat, and let's take a straddle. Holding your hands together between your legs and holding. Again, you can keep your knees bent. We'll make it more attainable if you're having trouble, and slowly lowering down. Grabbing your feet. Bound angle pose, reclining, preparing for our final relaxation. Some deep breathing to catch your breath, evening your breath out. And releasing your legs long for corpse pose, letting your energy circulate after completing our practice. Releasing everything, releasing your feet, Releasing your legs, releasing your chest, rolling over to the right, and pressing yourself up. So grateful you joined me on the mat today. Amazing work. Well done. We worked a little bit of everything today. Please let me know what you thought and leave feedback below. And if you enjoyed this flow, please give me a like. And don't forget to subscribe for next week's Twisting Fitness Flow. Arms up, inhale. Relax your arms down. Namaste.